this question says that gx is equals to 3 upon 2x plus 1 and the domain is greater than minus 0.5. Find the range of g. Okay, to find the range of g, we'll have to look at the function gx and its domain. Okay, so if we try to substitute minus half in the x here, we'll get a 0 in the denominator because 2 times minus 0.5 plus 1 is actually 0, and we cannot have a 0 in the denominator. If you substitute 0 in the denominator, you get math error. And math error in a way means infinity, an infinite value. So if we look at the graph of this function at minus 0.5, this graph is at infinity. Now, if you start increasing the values of x, it was initially greater than minus 0.5, then it becomes 1, then 8, then 50, then 200, then 5 million. As this value of x increases, the function gx starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Keeps getting smaller, but it will never be equals to 0. Because even if you do 3 over 10 billion, you're eventually going to get 0.00000, many zeros, and then a 3 later. So it becomes very close to 0, but never equals to 0. So from the graph, we can see that the range of gx is always greater than 0. So answer for part 1 is gx is greater than 0. Do not write greater than and equals to 0. Next part is the function h is defined for hx is equals to kx plus 3, where k is a constant. Find an expression for hg. Okay, so in h, we have to substitute the function g, which is 3 upon 2x plus 1. So that will get us k times 3. So 3k upon 2x plus 1 plus 3. This is hg. Okay. Now, the next part says, given that hg0 is 5, find the value of k. So hg0 would just mean replace this with 0. So we will get 3k upon 1, which is just 3k plus 3. And this must be equals to 5. So that gives us k equals 2 upon 3. Last part is state the domain of hg. So again, hg's domain is going to be equals to the domain of g. The domain of g is equals to or lies within the domain of hg. Sorry, the domain of hg is equals to or lies within the domain of g. So the domain of g is already given to us. It's greater than minus 0.5. So the domain of hg is also greater than minus 0.5.